Hi everyone, I am going to do a sit down video today after a long break, and for about 2 months I didn't even look at my YouTube channel because there was a lot going on in my life, and I had to get ready with moving houses, and meantime I had my diploma coming on and I was studying for it, so I have a lot of pimples here and there and luckily I finished my exam yesterday, so I thought to finish it off with recording this video, which I've been waiting to do for like many weeks. Today I'm going to do a simple video on how to enter into GP training in the UK. As you guys already might know that I am a GP trainee. I was born and brought up in Sri Lanka, and I did my medical school in Sri Lanka, and then I migrated to the UK as a trust grade medical officer. Then when I was completing my 7th or 8th month in the UK as a trust grade doctor, I did the GP entrance exam and then got into GP training. So that's I am, and I'm going to tell you today, if you want to become a GP trainee in the UK, or basically become a GP in the UK, how to get into the process. So I am basically doing this video for IMGs or international medical graduates, those who do PLAB and come to work as a doctor in the UK. So to become a GP in the UK, you must complete the GP vocational training program, or GPVTS. This is a 3-year postgraduate training program. This is GP NRO is basically responsible for recruitments of all the GP trainees in the UK who in future will become GPs. So like almost all the information I am going to give you today, as well as many other minute information and frequently asked questions, are there in the GP NRO website. I will post a link down below for the website if you want to go there and read more in your own time. The recruitment process for GP training in the UK is very simple, and the process is very easy as well. But if you are, if you're new to the whole system and if you're new to the terminology, you can sometimes get overwhelmed. That is basically why I thought to do this video, just to simplify the process and make it easy for you to understand what is mentioned in the official website. If I simplify the steps in the process, it is like that first you have to make sure that you are fulfilling all the essential eligibility criteria for applying GP training in the UK. I'm going to explain these criteria later in this video. Second is that you have to prepare for the entrance exam for GP vocational training, which is MSRA exam, and also you have to get your CREST form ready. Next is that you have to make an account in Oriel website, and after you make this account and after the application window is open, via this website you can book for your MSRA exam. Then you will be doing your MSRA exam. Once the results is out, you will be given, depending on your national rank in order, you will be given a placement. So this is basically the simple process of applying for GP vocational training, but I will explain this in detail further down the video. So first of all, recruitments for GP training happens twice a year. So usually the round 1 application for GP training starts in November, and you will get the invitation to book for your MSRA exam in November. You will be doing the exam in January, and after 4 weeks you will get your results. So once you get the results, you will also get a national ranking depending on your scoring for the exam, and depending on your rank you will be given a placement, and once you accept your placement, you will start your training in the August the same year. So you will be doing applying for the exam in November, you will be doing the exam in January, and you will be getting your offer in April, and you will start the training in August. So that's for the round 1. And similarly, the round 2 applications will open in July, and you will start your training in the February following year. Nowadays it is only the MSRA exam you need to pass, but there used to be a face-to-face assessment or which was called interview, round 3 interview, where you have to go to the assessment center and you have to face 3 clinical scenarios. It's a practical exam, but that exam is waived off with the COVID pandemic. Still there is no mentioning about bringing that practical exam back into the training recruitment process. So so far you have to only get ready for MSRA exam, and then depending on your ranking you will get an offer. So what are the eligibility criteria? The essential criteria is the MBBS or equivalent degree. You should have your MBBS completed, and also you should have your GMC registration. GMC is General Medical Council in the UK. So to come and work as a doctor in the UK, you must have GMC registration. For the people who do not have GMC registration but who are in the process of getting the registration, say you have done your PLAB Part 1 exam and you are awaiting your PLAB 2, or maybe you have done your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 and you are awaiting your GMC registration, then you can be eligible to sit for MSRA exam, provided that you will get your GMC registration before you start your GP training. So I know many people who do PLAB Part 1, and while they are waiting for their PLAB 2, they do MSRA exam, and once they get the GMC registration, they straight away come into GP training. So the third one is that you should show the evidence of completeness of foundation competencies. This is basically done by a simple application form, which is filled by your consultant who have observed you for a reasonable amount of time, and he or she should be happy to sign you off your foundation competencies. This can be done by a consultant in the UK or in your home country. So a little bit about MSRA exam. Your GP application process will be done in the Oriel website. Once you have registered with the website and you have opened, you have created your profile, basically, you can see the application timeline when it is open. So you basically apply via Oriel website for the MSRA exam. And then when you are applying, they also ask you to, make your selections. That means where in the UK you like to start your GP training. This is you can basically you can roughly put your places of interest in the first round of your application, because you are never 100% guaranteed that you will get the place you are asking for. I think this is basically for them to understand the interests of candidates, like the demography of interests of the candidates who are applying for that particular round. So everyone who need to start GP training must sit this exam, and it can be done via online. Basically nowadays you can also sit your MSRA exam from the country where you are in. You don't need to come to the UK to sit for this exam. It's an online exam. In the exam, you will have to face some clinical questions as well as situational judgment questions. I would say it's a reasonably easy exam. It's not that difficult. So few weeks of focused preparation is enough to sit for this exam. But mind you, this is a very competitive exam, and a lot of candidates write this exam every year. UK graduates also, many UK graduates also write this exam who want to enter into GP training, psychiatry, and some other specialties also require for them to sit for this MSRA exam. So everyone sit for the same exam. So the number of candidates are a lot, and from all of those candidates you will get your ranking order. So it's a national ranking number you are getting. So when you apply for the exam, you are given your preferred selections, but once you get your results, once you get your national ranking number, then you are again asked to give your preferences. So this time you can change your preferences. You can change your number of places you are applying for. It's basically, say your rank is number 10, you have to make sure that you are applying for at least 10 places, because when they are giving you the offer, it is starting from the highest rank coming down. So you have to make sure that you are secured. So apply for many places as you can. When the third round is finished, you must accept the offer. So you will get the offer depending on your rank. I hope this is clear. So you must accept your offer if you are going to enter into the training. So in the Health Education England website, you can see how many vacancies are available for that particular round or particular year. So I will put the link down for that website. In that you can basically get an idea how many places are offered each year. Once you accept your offer, your references will be completed and you will be contacted from Health Education England for your visa processing. And if you don't have a visa and if you require a visa to come to the UK to start training, and also you will be contacted from your deanery and your trust, and you will be bombarded with a lot of emails. and you'll be asked to complete a lot of application forms, this and that. Once all these processes are completed, you will be getting your you will be basically starting your training in your particular trust. So this training program runs for 3 years: ST1, ST2 and ST3. Out of these 3 years, 1 year you will be working in a hospital, in hospital placements. Some hospitals offer 4 monthly placements, so you will be basically doing 3 different rotations. Some hospitals do 6 monthly, so you will be doing 2 rotations. You will get an email from your hospital or your deanery mentioning the vacancies in the hospital, like which department they can offer you training in, whether it can be medicine, gyn and obs, ENT, dermatology, or it can really be anything. Then you will have a little bit of liberty for applying the particular placement in hospital. So if you like psychiatry, or if you like general medicine, you can request this, but it really depends on the vacancies and the other people who are applying, and their rank in order. It really determines which specialty you are getting in the hospital. So 1 year you will be in the hospital. This can either be in your ST1 or ST3, and rest of your training you will be in your GP practice. So during these 3 years, you have to complete your MRC GP exam. This MRC GP UK exam consists of 2 components. First one is the MCQ, which is AKT, Applied Knowledge Test, and the second one is the clinical exam. Both these exams you can sit only once you completed your first year in training, or in your ST2 or ST3. So most people, when they enter ST2, they complete their AKT, which is the MCQ exam, and then in ST3 they do their clinical exam. The clinical part of this exam is changing every now and then, and it has changed a lot over time with COVID and all. But in near future, the exam is going to be SCA, Simulated Consultation Assessment. So once you complete your SCA, you will get your CCT, which is your Certificate of Completion of Training, and then you will be appointed as a full-fledged GP, and you can independently, you will have to apply for different GP practices for job vacancies and face their interview, and then you will get a job as a competent GP in the UK. So that is how you enter into the GP training in the UK and start working as a GP in the UK. I hope this video have helped you to clear your doubts or just to understand the process. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And if you have any comments about the video, you can jot down your comment down below in the comment section. And I will see you soon with another video.